Wow, hey there, it's Betsy. Happy Tuesday. Hope wherever you are, it is as gorgeous as it is here, except for the crazy pollen that's flying all over the place right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you're having an amazing day. It's been a hot minute, huh? Today I am going to be talking to you guys about one of my favorite topics, and that is vision. Because God says, without it, you will perish. So if your life is kind of crappy and unfulfilled right now, you're more than likely going through life without vision. So let's fix that, okay? Let me ask you, do you have a vision? Some sort of a desire that God has placed in your heart? And are you doing it? What is that dream that maybe you had high hopes for at the beginning of the year, and now that we're getting close to the end of the first quarter of this year already, are you doing it? And if not, why not? You know, I don't know about you, but for me, being that person that kind of lived in that safe, teeny tiny little comfort zone for so many years, I think that comfort is probably the comfort zone is probably one of the most miserable forms of comfort that we can probably ever experience. And today I'm actually going to show you how to break out of that misery and step into the dream that you have in your heart. It says in Joshua 1:9, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." And I want you to note that wherever you go part, because that kind of really means wherever you go. I have a 5-year-old grandson who is an absolute total fireball. He is absolutely amazing, and I totally love watching this kid because he has absolutely no fear whatsoever, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a not so great thing, because it can be really scary for me to watch him sometimes when he's riding dirt bikes and things like that at 5. And he'll actually ride roller coasters that I won't even touch. But guys, that's how kids are, and I want you to kind of get a visual of this, okay? Let's say there's this little kid and he's crawling around, and all of a sudden he sees this staircase, okay? Something that he's never seen before. And this kid is just sitting there and he's staring at the staircase with these big old wide eyes. And if you could get inside of this little kid's brain, what do you think would be going on inside that little kid's brain? That kid wants to figure out how to get from the bottom to the top of that staircase as fast as he possibly can. No ifs, ands, or buts, period, okay? Because that's the way little kids react to everything. They don't sit around overanalyzing everything. They're not sitting around getting ready to get ready. Can I really do this? They just freaking go for it, okay? No questions asked. I mean, seriously, can you imagine a little kid just kind of sitting around going, wow, you know, I really want to get to the top of that staircase, you know, but I didn't go to stair climbing school. I really don't think I'm ready to climb that staircase, or I think I need another course on how to climb that staircase, or maybe I need to get my degree in stair climbing and then I'll go for it. I mean, how ridiculous is that, okay? Or how about, I really want to get to the top of the staircase, but you know, I might fall. Okay, I think I just lost my connection. I might fall down. I might fail. It's just too risky. Am I getting in anybody's stuff right now? Because I know that I'm absolutely getting in my stuff, okay? Or how about this? You know, I really want to get to the top of that staircase, but what will my friends think? What if I succeed? They might think that I'm different, that I don't fit in anymore. They may think that I'm snobby or better than them because I want to get out of my sandbox and go climb the stairs, okay? I may lose some of my friends along the way. You know, it's lonely at the top, right? It's just too risky. Seriously? Guys, that little kid is doing nothing but thinking about how the heck he can get from the bottom to the top of that staircase as fast as he possibly can. Because humans, are created with this inborn risk-taking ability. It's in nature to risk, okay? They want it with everything that they have. They don't care what they have to do to get there. They just want to get from the bottom to the top as fast as they can. Here's the deal, guys, okay? Each and every one of us was born with that same risk-taking ability, because that's the way that God created each one of us, okay? To live fearless, to walk in audacious faith, to step out and do incredible things with our lives and not shrink back in fear. But unfortunately, we've had people along the way that tell us that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not whatever else enough. You know, life happens. Circumstances happen. Disappointments happen. And we start to begin to believe all the lies. Might have been there? So the risk-taking adventurer part of us just kind of gets squashed, buried under this big, huge blanket of fear. So we live this life of miserable comfort, afraid to take risks. Have you ever found that happening? I know I have. Well, unfortunately, sometimes we have to get forced out of our comfort zone, right? So that we'll take that leap of faith that allows us to soar into our purpose, into the destiny that God has for us. So if you feel like maybe your life has gotten a little, or maybe extremely a lot uncomfortable lately, like the net has just kind of been torn apart by circumstances that you really don't understand, or maybe you're kind of pushing and resisting and struggling to kind of get back into that comfort, well, maybe, just maybe, God is removing all of those things that you normally place your confidence in, and He's forcing you out of your comfort zone so that you have no other alternative than to depend solely on Him. You see, when we know that there's something that we're supposed to be doing, but we're letting fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what they might think, fear of whatever else that you can come up with, any of those fears that are standing in the way of stepping into the big, hairy dreams that God has for us, sometimes we need that little nudge out of our comfort, so that risk taker in us, that little kid in us, can resurface, can get out from under that big blanket of fear that we've created. I can tell you from past experience that if you're in a place of discomfort right now, don't resist it, because you're just going to make things worse. But also, don't expect that God's going to just swoop in and catch you until the last minute, okay? Because this is a place where faith is stretched and your trust starts to grow. So guys, if you're placing your confidence in anything other than God right now, don't be surprised if all those props are torn out from under you, because He wants to be first in your life, and He wants you to get out from under that blanket of comfort, and He wants you to risk again. See, guys, we weren't created to be comfortable. We were created to risk. And when you get to that place of total surrender where you have nothing else to put your confidence in, watch and see God swoop in and cause you to soar in a way that you've never thought possible, to live those dreams that you had stuffed down on the inside of you. So let me ask you, what would you do? What would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? You got to let go. You got to climb. You got to stop resisting. Everything that you have ever wanted is one step on the other side of your comfort zone. You take one step, God takes 10. You don't move, God doesn't move. Just do it. Guys, He's the one that's giving you that desire. Step out and trust Him to get you there. So if you are sitting in this miserable comfort zone, sitting in fear, sitting in doubt, sitting in unbelief, spinning, and all the things that are going on in your head, and you know that God has created you for something great, you know that you don't want to die with the music inside, okay? Guys, that's my jam. That is my superpower. I love helping people work through their beliefs so that they can step out into the purpose that God has for them. So the consultation call is free. Doesn't cost you a dime. And if nothing else, you get a nice little free strategy to help you to move forward. But I can't help you if you don't reach out. So I hope this was helpful information for you. And if it was, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with somebody that you think might benefit. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have an amazing rest of your day. Take care. God bless.